right, everybody. I'm back again. So, I just want to talk about a few things. I want to talk about, first of all, I'm going to talk about crypto, recession, depression, and all this, what's going on right now. And just, more current events. Uh, so, let's see what I want to start with. It's so much out here. Okay, yeah, I know what I'm going to start with this. Let's start with the crypto for a minute. So, y'all know, so now the crypto market is so-called crashing. And I want to let y'all know something. That this stuff is all planned out. A lot of people were crying for regulation. And I remember in the crypto space, everybody was saying, oh, yes, we need regulations. Oh, this big company is coming in. They're buying up crypto. They get into crypto. This company, that person, this big name. We need the FCC. We need the SEC, whatever. All these governmental groups to come in to regulate crypto. And I kept saying, no. You don't want these people in crypto. You don't want these institutions in crypto. But people kept getting all excited about it. And you see now where we are in crypto, right? You got all these institutions, you got all these centralized exchanges, Celsius and all the rest of them, Terra Luna going down from high price all the way down to zero that quick. Now, crypto has many boom and busts, over the years. But you've never seen nothing like that before, where a strong company like Terra Luna going down to zero. So you know that this stuff had to be planned. Because it wasn't you, it wasn't me that made Terra go to zero like that. But these so-called regulators and so-called governmental people, they've been wanting to trying to get control of crypto for a long time. And so, this is my opinion. I believe all these centralized exchanges like Celsius and the rest of them, I think that, they were all part of the plan. They were telling you, yes, send your coins over here, sir, and we'll lend your coins out and we'll give you percentages, 5, 10, 15, 20%, whatever it is, based on what coin you're giving them. And that's what they did. And so they were doing that, but at the same time, we got smart. Me and my wife got smart about it. We thought about this a while ago. We said, wait a minute. But people were borrowing out their Bitcoin, right? So they were getting loans on their Bitcoin, which is leveraging the Bitcoin. And so if you bought Bitcoin at 50,000, right? If it dropped, you got until like maybe 30,000. So before I do a margin call, before you got to call you, they'll call you and warn you, hey, you either got to give some more Bitcoin, because if it go below 30,000, then you're gonna be liquidated. So this is an example now. This is an example. So you bought it at 50, and you borrowed it out, and you made a deal with them saying if it goes below 30, then you'll have to send more Bitcoin or be liquidated. But you thought in your mind, but Bitcoin's going to 100,000, so it's not going to 30. So a lot of people made deals like that. Now, you don't think the government or places like that know? And do you really trust these centralized exchanges like that they're not telling them, hey, we got this many people leveraged, so now go ahead and hit? I mean, I don't trust none of it. Not at all. So I think a lot of this was, and I know a lot of this was well planned. And it take whales, what they call whales is people who got a lot of money to move these markets. Because the average people is not doing it. Average people is not moving these markets like that. It's these whales or these so-called rich people who got money, who may not want crypto to be what it is. They're the ones that's controlling this market. And furthermore, think about Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin It's supposed to be worldwide. Am I right? So why is it tracking the U.S. stock market? Why is it doing that? If it's worldwide, I mean it's in every country. People can buy Bitcoin everywhere. But yet, if the U.S. stock market goes up, Bitcoin goes up. If the U.S. stock market go down, Bitcoin goes down. If the Fed raises the interest rate, then Bitcoin reacts to that. Y'all don't see that? Y'all don't think that's fishy? Is that right? I mean, how possible? If all these hodlers or holders of big people, that's called people. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, a hodler is a person who holds Bitcoin. If they got their Bitcoin in their wallet and they're diamond hands mean they're not selling. How in the world is the Bitcoin? It's only 21 million ever minted, and a lot of them, like 4 million, 3 to 4 million, already lost, right? And so the 19th million Bitcoin was already created. So it's only gonna be 21 million. 19 million are already out. So if all these hodlers are hodling them, then how the Bitcoin should not be able to fall, but so far. You follow what I'm saying? It shouldn't be gold, but so far down. Unless people have to sell, because like I said in my last video, what they do is they're going after assets. So now you were counting on your Bitcoin because you had a job or you were still making money, so you were good. But what they doing, they going after people's assets, and they're going to start laying people off. And when they start laying people off, people have to what? People that are going into their 401ks, TSPs, whatever it is, to get some money, or including crypto, to survive now. So they're forcing you purposely, they're draining your wealth from you. And this is not by accident. And everybody just got to know this is not an accident at all. This stuff is real. And the fact is, people say, oh, you conspiracy theorists. You're not conspiracy. Come on, y'all. Now they coming to save you. They're like them Sour Patch Kids, you know. They do something bad, then they turn around and do something good. See, they create the problem, and then they have a solution. They create chaos, and then they have a solution. And that's what's going on in the crypto markets. And that's why gold, silver, everything, the stock market is down, because they're draining it. These people get together, and they make these decisions when they're going to do it, and they do it. And now the whole world is about to go through something that it never went through before, a global depression, a global recession. And this is globalized. Y'all go look at check out the food plants that's been blowing up or catching on fire, or the 10,000 cows that's been killed, the 3,000, you know, the bird flus, the chickens, the millions of chickens that's being killed, the ships that's not making it into the ports because they have these goods out there, you know, people buying up land and paying off farmers not to farm. What y'all think is gonna happen? You know, think about it. They're trying to blame it on all the Russia, Ukraine thing. That ain't got it, man. Don't believe that, y'all. That's not the whole. You know, there was wars in Somalia. There was other countries fighting. I mean, they've been fighting. There's been wars, little skirmishes all around the globe for many years on different places. But they decided to focus on Ukraine and Russia. Oh, yeah, they're destroying our economy. Really? I hope y'all not believing that. They have to have a boogeyman. They're just making an excuse. That's all. And they have a storyline to feed to the public. And I'm sad to say a lot of the public is sheep. Oh, sheeple. They're not people. They're sheeple. Don't y'all realize we the same as a cow? A bunch of cows behind a fence. And the cows, see the cows behind the fence, they think they free. You know, they out there eating, grazing in there. The people feeding them food, giving them antibiotics, giving them shots. You know, and the cow think they free. They out there eating in the land, drinking the water, sunbathing in the sun, having a good time. But they don't know they're living in a slaughterhouse. Yep. They don't know they're being used for feed, for milk, you know, and all kinds of things they're being used for. And they don't realize that they know they living inside of a box. Because they believe they're free. See, there's a big old fence around them, but they don't see the fence, do they? They don't even try to get over the fence, do they? You know why? Because they like living inside the box. And that's just like a lot of us. We've been born inside of this box. Ever since you've been born, you was born into a system. And you were told, and your parents were taught in this system. And the knowledge that they give you, they put you in a system. So you were born into a system that was already here before you was here. And before your parents was here. And they think they're teaching you right. Now realize they think of teaching what they're thinking. They're actually teaching what they were taught in the system to make sure they give it to you. So you will stay inside the box. And that's why they don't want people going outside the box. But to those who know what I'm talking about, when you try to go, you'll know there's a box there when you try to make moves. And that glass ceiling, it really does exist. And most people don't know about it, so they think you conspiracy theory, they think you're crazy when you're talking it because they never tried to get out the box. They never tried to go through the glass ceiling to try to do some things with their own. Because you realize if you try that, there's a lot of red tape to hold you back. It's not for you to succeed, it's there to hold you back. But most people don't understand what I'm talking about because they never tried. But for those who do, they know exactly what I'm saying. There's a wall that's around you. And as long as you're inside the box, as long as you ain't bucking the system, you good. As long as you out there, you know, sending your kids to public school, paying your taxes, doing what you're supposed to do. You know, everybody gets up in the morning, highways packed, everybody racing to their jobs, trying to be on time. Half killing each other, running each other over. Piled up on one side of the street, but the other side of the street is free. You may see a few cars going the other way, trickling down. But everybody else is jam-packed on one side. That's why you get traffic jams in the morning. Because everybody's rushing out. They got to be at work at the same time. Why did they do that? All these jobs have everybody going to work at the same time. You see, because we live in a big, giant corporation, and y'all don't know that. Y'all don't know that this is where we live, in a big corporation. Your kids are being indoctrinated. They're not going to school to learn. They're being indoctrinated. Not for just 12 years. Come on, y'all. Your kids are 18 or 19, 17, 18, and 19 when they get out of school. For almost 20 years, they're being indoctrinated in the school system. And most of them don't know nothing when they get out. Y'all know what I'm talking about, because I didn't either. I ain't know nothing. I ain't know what I was going to do. They don't teach you anything. You get out of school, you've been indoctrinated all those years, and you don't have no skills. But see, you go through the school system so they can indoctrinate you, so y'all be in one mindset, kind of the same mindset, and then when you come out of school, you really know nothing. So the only thing you know to do is go try to find you a little job in the corporation if you're not going to college. If your parents ain't struggling and going in debt to put your tail in college. But y'all think that's the biggest, y'all think the college is the biggest thing, huh? Yeah, my kid's going to college. Yeah, going to college. All they do, they just selling that to us, by the way. That's all they do is sell college to us. Why are they going up higher and higher just to learn? Every year, the cost is higher and higher. And then they talking about now they're going to do you a favor. They talking about right now forgiving student loans. They should have never had a student loan in the first place to go learn. If it's going to help their freaking economy. Right? Don't you want bright, smart people to build the economy to make America great? So why are you charging them arm and leg when they got to spend 30, 40 years just to pay the money back? It's ridiculous. You got other countries don't charge them that, don't charge their kids to go to school. But it's all about money. All we doing is being sold out for money, no matter what. Your children are being sold, you being sold, people are mortgaging their house to send their kids to school, to college. That's ridiculous. Everything costs us more in this country than anything else. Somebody gets sick. No, we can't save them because you're broke. You don't have enough money. So they let people die. What was that movie that came out? Denzel played in it. I forgot the name of that movie. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He had a son that needed a heart transplant or something. That was a good movie. But whatever, y'all know what I'm talking about. And he didn't have the money. And that's sad that they'll let some people die because they don't have enough money. See, if they didn't take your money, you would have money. Yeah, John Q was that's right. John Q was that show. Y'all go check, if y'all haven't seen John Q, go check that out. It's a good movie. But it's just sad. All of it's sad, but true. And we vote every 4 years for politicians, for people, and all they do either side of it. I mean, like I said, somebody said they are two wings on the same bird. You got a wing on the right and a wing on the left, but they're all on the same bird. And that's true. You've been told, get out there and vote. Vote. Get out there and vote. You got to press your vote. Come on, y'all. How long are we going to be playing this game? I mean, I remember when I first graduated from school, my father was getting us to vote. And even till today, everybody made all these promises, what they going to do. And look around us, y'all. We're about to go into a depression. We're in the same situation. I don't care who's in office. We're in the same situation again. So they always talking about they're going to make it better. These people become rich, millionaires, or whatever. And they move on. They write books. They're not living the same life you living. But they stand there and sell it to you, and you fall for it every year. Every time. And they always play good cop, bad cop, don't they? Republican versus Democrat. The Democrat versus Republican. The Republicans say this. They got to politicize everything. It's a game. And we get all caught up in it. Just take a step back and watch. See, that's what we did. A lot of us, we step back and start paying attention and watching. And then once you step out of it, Instead of getting into it, their little arguments, step out of it and step back and watch both sides. And then you start to see. We're being played. We're being played. There may be a few people in there that's good, you know, and sincere. But for the most part, we're being played. These people went to the same school. They're in the same secret little organizations. Behind doors, you see them after the election and stuff, they're in there making jokes at these big dinners, you know, these high-class dinners. They joking about each other. The same people that's supposed to hate each other. At least they're in front of the TV. Then you see them shaking hands and stuff in a group, holding hands. Then when the next president, you saw them all lined up, sitting there smiling, joking and laughing together. But they were talking bad about each other when they was doing their little campaigns, weren't they? Ain't that funny? So I'm just saying, y'all, a lot of this stuff we going through has been set up. And that's what I was trying to bring out the last video when I was talking. Because a lot of it is, we're just being played. But the problem is you can't get enough people to wake up. It's the people's fault. Once we wake up and stop being divided and come together, then we can make a move. We could do something. How dare somebody tell you you can't come out your house unless you take something that we give you. What kind of mess is that? So we just got to think. Then they're gonna take us into a depression now, or a deep recession, and they're gonna make it global, worldwide. People starving. They're gonna be laying off people again, doing all that stuff again. Why? Because they are the corporations. They control everything. What can y'all do? I mean, do you want to be waiting behind a truck for a truck to come up and hand you a box of food? No. But they have full control. But so do y'all. These people you voting in the office, you got to be careful. Who you voting in the office? So, yeah, I'm just tired of the bull crap. And people just don't wake up, you know. It's like people are just caught up in it. It's like everything is a movie. I mean, even in the movies, they show you the same people that's like on these news, CNN or some of these channels like that. They actually put them in movies. You know, they in the movies and they talk about whatever's in the movie, whatever the disaster that's going on in the movie. They actually in there in the movie, you know, talking about the disaster, showing. So if they're doing that in a movie, what makes you think they're not acting in real life when they're talking to us on TV? What makes you think they're doing the same thing with us? So I'm just saying, people need to wake up. We are that cattle that's on the ranch in the slaughterhouse and don't even know it. We need to wake up. The problem is only a few of us that's awake and understand, and there's not many. And unfortunately, the masses still believe what they're seeing on the news and on TV. But they don't do no homework. They don't do no research. And they need to start doing that. They need to wake up. Why do you think they're raising the interest rates? Did you really think that the stimulus money was not going to do this? All the money they printed, it was all planned. And they act like they gotta save it. Oh, we gotta stop inflation. Remember they was denying, oh, there's no inflation out there. No, come on. We don't have any inflation. It's all under control. Yeah, put another, hey, put another 50 trillion dollars over there. It's okay. Yeah, that's what they told us. But for the people who knew better, it's like, hold on. And still, like I told y'all last video, most of y'all didn't get that money, did you? Y'all got y'all got about a few $1,000s out of it. But the majority of the money went to projects, corporations. They got the big money. Now we sitting in a situation. Gas prices to the moon and still rising. Food prices going to the moon. They didn't cutting back on taxes, did they? Taxes still going up. Water, electric, all that stuff still going up higher. Food, clothes, all that stuff going up higher. Only thing that's dropping is your investments. That's right. And it's all well planned. We're living in a world right now. They got the next 10 years, 20 years already planned out on paper, written down, everything. And they just play it out. And we living in real time. And they got us focused on that. While we focus on that, they're 10 years down the road already. They already know where they want to take us for real. But we play it day by day. And so we get one news story after the next. Everybody's focused on one news story, then the next story come along, then you forget about the first one. And then y'all on to the next one. So we just kind of like blow with the wind, don't we? The next story come up, everybody talk about that. Next story, everybody talk about that one. And they forget about the ones before it. It's like the news is like, and then how come CNN always got breaking news going across the screen? Really? It's like every day there's breaking news. It's just like constantly stay up there. Breaking news. You know, they used to cut in for breaking news at first. Remember? The CBS, we have a special announcement. They cut the, you on watching the TV show, and they had cut in for breaking news, right? Now, I can guarantee you right now, if I cut the TV on and I watch and CNN, I guarantee you at the across the screen, breaking news. How come news is always breaking? I'm just saying. So, there's always something, y'all. I'm not gonna even get into the Roe versus Wade. I'm not gonna even get into that, all right? Because that's that right there. They did that for a reason. So I'm gonna leave that one alone for right now. All right. I'm not gonna get into it. But like I said, just y'all know, I'm just gonna stick on the files with this crypto and the recession and the economy and what's happening right there. Y'all need to get your food, get your water. Just prepare yourself, because it's a global reset that's coming. And in 2008 until now, nothing was fixed. So now we even deeper debt, way more than before. So the truth is, nobody knows how it's gonna play out. But I'm just saying it don't look good from right now. It just don't. So they're just going after everything. It's this whole thing needs to be overhauled. It really does. It needs to be over with. Like I said in the last video, I know y'all tired, because I know a lot of people that's just tired of paying bills all the time. All the time. That's all you live for, to pay bills. That's all we do, y'all. We just pay bills. I think the animals are smarter than we are. aren't they? Animals are free. The bees know exactly when the bee is born. They know exactly what its job, what it's gonna do. It can go anywhere it want to go to. They don't need an ID. They don't need a pass. Don't need a vaccine. It can fly wherever it want to go. Same with the birds. They don't have to pay for food. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's saying, hey, give me, hey, you can't eat that off that tree. That's my tree. Those acorns belong to me. To the squirrel, hey, give me $50 for that. Ain't nobody's, with no guard standing by there, and there's no cashier, and he ringing them up because he getting a couple of acorns off the tree. See, the trees are abundant, and they produce and keep producing. See, we were never even meant to be buying food. The earth produced food, didn't it? Or does it? Yeah. And everybody who grows, they know exactly what I'm talking about. You just keep on producing and producing. But if you take the money thing out, then people could just live. How many seeds does a watermelon have in it? You know how many plants just one watermelon could grow off of that one watermelon? You can grab, how many watermelon you can make off of one watermelon? Same with an apple tree, a pear tree, a plum tree, grapevine. They got seeds in them. And those seeds you can plant and they can grow more grapevines and grape whole. So that food should be abundant. So we should be having no food shortages, should we? So how is that possible? You know how many fish, when the fish lays its eggs in the water, you know how many fish have thousands of eggs each. And they have fish all over. So how are we having a food shortage? Unless it's created. The sun's still shining. Oh, but wait a minute. They're trying to block that too, aren't they? Yeah, that's right. Y'all see them chemtrails. And that's another side. How come nobody's talking about them chemtrails that's all in the sky? You go out in the mornings, evenings, and you see these planes just spraying all this white crap all across the sky. These lines, and then them things start to spread out. And they get wider and wider. And they all over the place, blocking out everything. I thought they was concerned about the carbon print. Remember? They put the little things on the side of the road when your car drive by to see if you got a carbon problem. Then they bill you. They try to bill you some money if your car is messed up, then you get something in the mail. What about the planes though? Spraying that crap all across the sky. That stuff ain't supposed to be in the sky. What is it? If it is, what goes up must come down. Where's it coming down at? What's in it? And why are they doing it? And how come nobody's talking about it? How come Congress is not talking about the white long streaks that they're putting across the sky and they're spraying in and look like clouds? Nobody's talking about it. How come y'all ain't talking about it? Go watch a regular plane fly. A regular plane doesn't do that. It just goes right across the sky. You just sit there and look at it. You don't see this big old white trail going behind this thing. No. So what is it? And why are they doing it? But see, we just accept it. We look up and nobody say anything. But, oh, yeah, you got to pay your carbon taxes, though, right? Your carbon footprint, yeah, climate change, yeah. But what is that doing to the climate? I know y'all see it. What is it doing to the climate, y'all? And more importantly, what is it doing to us? See? Mm-mm. See, so there's something very wrong here. We got GMO food, genetically modified organism. That's what GMO stands for. Genetically modified. So if it's genetically modified, the question is, who's being genetically modified? Is it just the food? Or is it you and me? Because if it's genetically modifying the food, that means you're eating genetically modified. That means the ultimate result is we're being genetically modified. And see, to me, that's some bull. I don't want to eat a genetically modified tomato. Do you? I don't want no lab grown chicken. No lab grown beef. Mm-mm. They changing up all the plants. Seedless watermelons, seedless grapes, seedless oranges. Look, I want seeds in my I want my fruit to have seeds in it. Because each kind bear fruit after its kind. So I want my oranges to have seeds. I want my watermelons to have seeds. So therefore, if I wanted to plant one, I could and grow another of its kind. I want apple with seeds. They got people talking about, oh, no, I don't want no seeds in my watermelon. Spit them out. Seeds, get them away. Really? And you think you got something good, right? Because you eating this seedless watermelon. Why don't you go do some research on the seedless watermelon? See how really good it is for you. See, just like that song said, ain't nothing like the real thing. Ain't nothing like the real thing. The nutritional value is way up. All this genetically modified crap. It's not as nutritional as the real stuff was. But see, they modify a lot of stuff because they're going to cut corners too. They got to put preservatives. They got to make sure it has commercial shelf life. You know what I mean? It's got to have preservatives in it so they can make money. But what does the preservatives do to your body? Mm-hmm. Is that why people are getting fat? See, people think people are getting fat because they eat too much. And it's not that. People are getting fat is because of what they eating. That's right. I know some people don't eat much at all. And they can't figure out how come they're blowing up. But they eat a lot of stuff, the stuff that's genetically modified. And those chemicals and stuff, they're getting into your body. And your body don't know what to do with it, so it stores it as fat. Because your body don't recognize it as food. So it doesn't know what to do with it. And that's that genetically modified fat. And that's why when people come here to America, the people just blow up. People were small and they get here for years. Next thing you can tell they've been here for years. Everybody start gaining weight. Anyway, I've been all over the place with this video. Whatever. No, I'm just talking, y'all. But anyway. So, y'all, like I said, don't be fooled by what's going on. If you can, hold your crypto, hold your Bitcoin, hold your gold, your silver, and your investments. Just try to keep your, like I said, in your house. Try to do the best you can. Save some money up. And most of all, make sure you pay off your debt. Okay? Try to pay down your debt as much as possible. Get out of credit card debt. You want to have less debt going into this thing as possible. When we're going to this recession/depression, you do not want to be in debt. So if you can, and you want to start putting some money aside in an emergency fund, okay? Just in case. And then if nothing happens, what's the worst? You still gonna be good, right? You got a little extra money you saved up, right? You paid your debt down, right? Got yourself some extra food, extra water. So you still did a good thing. But what if I'm right? And you didn't prepare. So prepare, y'all. All right? Anyway, this video is too long, so don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe. And I'll catch y'all on my next rant. Peace. And don't forget to look down on the bottom. If you want to get some Bitcoin, go to Coinbase. We got a link down below. We also got a link for Binance.com, BinanceUS.com. So don't forget, you can look down on the links below, and you can sign up and start getting into crypto. All right? Peace. Till next time.